You know, maybe you have headlights that look like these. Maybe someone you know does. That's why we've created a kit to eliminate this ugly oxidation and bring your headlights back to clear so that once again you can actually see when you're driving at nighttime. We've got a kit that's a pretty simple system. It all comes together in this little box and it's comprised of just a few simple steps. We chose this car to demonstrate because it has the perfect condition headlights for you to see exactly how to turn yours back to clear. When you're polishing or buffing around your headlamp, what you want to do is just ensure that the paint doesn't get affected by the buffing pad. If you have rubber trim around your headlamps, you're going to want to go ahead and also tape that off, because when I'm buffing this, the chances of me getting compound and polish inside of that, they're pretty high. So after you're done getting the rest of the headlamp done, then take just a few seconds extra to make sure that your rubber is also taped off so that you can really go after and fix all of the oxidation on your headlamps. So before I go ahead and open up the restoration kit, I'm going to go ahead and take a piece of tape and go straight across this headlamp so that I can do a nice little before and after. You're also going to need a cordless drill. You could use a corded drill too, but I like the idea of using a cordless drill. So clearly the cordless drill is not included in our kit. Headlight restoration kit. Our little kit comes with just everything you need to go ahead and redo your headlamps. Now, first, the instructions. Please read them. Using this little kit, you're going to get a couple of microfiber towels. You're also going to have a blue foam pad, a white foam pad, and you're going to have 2 microfiber cutting pads. And of course, at the bottom of the microfiber pads is your drill backing plate. This little backing plate is an extremely important part of this program. This is a polyurethane backing plate. It attaches to your drill very easily. Now it has turned this little drill into a little buffer. Now, before I start polishing and removing all this oxidation, what I want to do next, I want to go ahead and clean this off. We did spray down the car, but just to make sure you have a totally clean surface, we're going to use our detail spray and this little towel and just give it a quick little mist and then a quick wipe. Basically, I want to make sure that I'm working on a clear surface and that I don't put a whole bunch of contamination into the buffing pad, causing potential damage. I'm going to take my little buffer, attach one of the blue and white microfiber pads. I'm going to take our heavy correcting compound. Now this compound is used not only for correcting headlamps, but also for buffing out little scratches. This process here is pretty simple. This is about how much compound I'm going to put on the pad. Now, I'm not just going to put it on here and turn it on. I want to go ahead and rub the polish a little bit around on the headlamp first. If I just turn it on and just blast it on there, what's going to happen is that compound is going to sling and I'm going to get it on the ceiling, I'm going to get it on the other cars in my garage, get it on my toolbox. I don't want to get that anywhere. So by giving it a little rub first, that will get me a no sling polishing. Now, how you hold your cordless drill while you're correcting your headlamps is really important. One, make sure the vents of your cordless drill are breathing. In other words, don't cover the vents. You can get a water blister actually from doing that. So I want to also grab onto the drill not where the head is. If I'm going to grab onto the head while I'm polishing, I can also hurt myself. So I really want to put my hand directly over the top of the drill so that I'm holding it with both hands and I'm keeping it from doing this. I don't want my drill to go all over the place. I want to be able to hold it nice and steady so when I'm polishing, I'm putting all the pressure straight onto the lamp and none of it's being lost in wobbles. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start and I'm going to go across the lens left to right and then I'll go up and down and cross hatch so that I get all the oxidation completely removed. As I start to feel the polish go down to where it's no longer being applied, there's one of two things I can do. One, I'm going to mess up the microfiber a little bit. Two, I'm going to take a little bit of the detail spray and spray it into the pad. Okay? That'll reactivate the solids of the compound, and then I might just put another drop or two directly onto the pad. Now, depending on how oxidized your headlamps are, you might need to do that once or twice or even 3 times. Obviously, the more oxidized, the more beat up, the more you're gonna have to go over them. If I'm really going after a certain spot on this headlamp and I'm really spending a lot of time in one place, at that point I'm going to notice the temperature build up. So it's important to check temperature on both the headlamp and on your polishing pads. You don't want to melt anything, you don't want to burn anything, you don't want to cause any damage, but by going over, continually moving across the headlamp, you'll reduce the possibility of causing damage. Now, once I've gone ahead and gone over it with a microfiber pad, I'm going to go next to the blue foam pad. Now, the blue foam pad we use, once again, with the same compound, okay? And what we're gonna do is take it to the next level of clarity. Rub this around so I don't sling anything anywhere, and then I'll turn it on and go to town. Awesome. You can actually see the color of the oxidation in the pads. See, they're kind of yellowish now. The last step we're gonna do is really gonna make them shine. And it's also gonna add some protection, okay? And that's with our finishing polish. And of course, the white polish goes with the white pad. So this is a really fine pad. So again, whether you're correcting headlamps or removing scratches from your finish, this last step is really important. This gets it down to absolutely perfect, adds a lot of color, a lot of depth. So, finishing polish, last step of the process. Rub it around and well, looking pretty good there. I want to just mention that while we've clearly made a pretty significant difference in this headlamp, I'm going to pull this off for a nice before and after, which is a solid before and after. You can also actually see through the lens that there is some oxidation on the inside of the lamp. Also, if you've gone through several headlight bulbs, and if you've gone through a lot of those, what you're gonna find is that as those blow, you'll get a little graying effect. So you'll be able to get a lot of this oxidation off the outside of the lens with this process, but clearly anything that's going on the inside of the light, that's not gonna happen with this process. However, your visibility at this point is gonna be 80% at least improved, and you're definitely gonna notice the look of your car is vastly improved.